So I'll slide you in a little bit. Let the coffee percolate for a little while. It's just about done. Hello, Nick. My computer just made a noise at me. I should somehow incorporate this in the introduction to all my shows. Hello, welcome to Coffee with Ken. Good morning, Fred Hinkle. How are you? I should just maybe carry this as I go about drinking my coffee in the morning. So nobody forgets. So nobody has to hop on and go, have to ask, what are we watching? It gets annoying when people hop on and say, what are we watching? Again, it's my fault. I do this. I let you into my home every day for my coffee. I think I'm doing good. I think there's people that need some conversation and some coffee and a little friendliness every morning. But with that, and with the larger and growing audience, the more people hop on and go, what are we watching? You look like Bruce Willis. Hey, when are you coming out with Die Hard 7? Is that Hank Schrader? This guy's boring. He looks like my thumb. I got all sorts of stuff. So anyway, maybe if I just carried around my computer with me. This is me walking. It's my computer. Anyone out there that doesn't have an Apple product, I think is really missing something. You know, this computer's like 7 years old, this laptop. I don't know, I used to own Microsoft-based computers, and A, they weren't sleek and beautiful like this thing. And B, they didn't last 7 years. They got filled up with viruses, got slow, and I don't know, got outdated or outpowered or couldn't keep up with the current software. And I assume it's still happening. But I still love this computer. I don't know. It's 7 years old. It really has no issues. Good morning, Don. Good morning, Yazwanth, Madly, something or other. Oh, Machiavelli, you are very welcome. Oh, well, that's so sweet, Machiavelli. I don't know who you are, but that's gonna make me cry. Said somebody, I do my show even when I don't feel like it. And honestly, I'm not. I mean, I guess I'm feeling like it. I worked till I didn't get home till almost 1 o'clock last night, or at least 12:30. No, it was later than that. Almost 1 o'clock. Took a hot bath, and it's 7:20 right now. I work again all day today. Do you feel sorry for me? Do I hear anyone going, oh, poor Ken, he works too hard. He needs the day off. No, I have both jobs I work going, you must work today, Ken. What? But I'm going, but there's only one of me. You've both scheduled me for this day. Nobody else is working for me. Maybe I should blow off both jobs and just lay on my couch and watch TV. I don't know if I could watch football. Somebody just asked if I'm watching football today. No, and I'm in the heart of Green Bay Packerland here in Appleton, Wisconsin. I don't even know if I could watch football on my TV. I would have to go to a bar to watch it, perhaps. Yeah. But good morning, good morning, good morning to you. My name is Ken Tracy, and this is Coffee with Ken. It is Sunday morning. It's 7:22 a.m. It is September 7th. Happy Sunday. It's a show I've been doing for quite some time. It is a show about me talking. Tanya says they'd have football in Buffalo Wild Wings if you have one there. Yes, they would. Oh, I know where they show football. I mean, I'm telling you, I live near like 30 miles from Green Bay. We have a lot of bars here that will be watching the Green Bay Packer game today, I promise you. And I bet you I could even find the Bear game somewhere. I don't even know who the Bears play. But anyway, enough about that. Again, this is a show I've been doing for a long time, for 6 years. It is a show about, Rick said, do me a favor, leave some women for the rest of us. I appreciate that, Rick from Australia, but that's really the reason I talk about a lot of reasons I haven't gone to Australia yet. It's too far, it's the big one. I think it's probably a bunch of beaches with a huge desert in the middle, and I got no use for desert or beaches, really. But the real reason I've never been into Australia is, Rick, I wanted to leave some women for you. I know if a guy as cool as me was doing my thing in Perth or in Sydney or in any of the other cities in Australia that I can't remember offhand, I mean, I'd be so flocked with women, there would be none left for Rick. Wow, this third eye is tops on every day. All right, well, thank you, Rick. Anyway, this is a show I've been doing for a long time. Like I said, it's a show about me talking. It's a show about me being me, letting my hair down, kind of being sad or being emotional or being funny or being excited or being spastic, because every once in a while I'll knock over something and I'll go, wow, because I'll be scared. It'll scare me. Sometimes people hop on and say, hey, there's a man looking in your window. I don't look. I'm on the 3rd floor. I don't fall for it, but I'm a little concerned. Good morning, Jim Rat. Where do I live? I live in Appleton, Wisconsin. A lovely town between Chicago and Green Bay, much closer to Green Bay. I mentioned Chicago because I moved up here in February from the suburbs of Chicago, where I lived for my entire life. Hello, Teeter. Yeah. But anyway, for those that have been watching a while, you know, it's not just a show about me talking or a show about me bragging how big of a success I'd be with the Australian ladies. I mean, I like the accent. They look beautiful, at least the Australian actresses I've seen. I wonder if all the Australian women are blonde and tan and friendly. Maybe I should go to Australia. But it's so far. Alas, we don't have to decide this morning. It's just Sunday morning. I wonder if they have scooters in Australia. Are there scooters in Australia? But anyway, as I was saying, for those that have been watching a while, you know, it's not just a show about me talking. You know it. Wow, my apartment looks so pretty at this morning. For those that have been watching a while, you know it is also a show. I'll be sharing my love of coffee. Oh yeah. And with that in mind, at this point in my intro, I say I've got a nice hot cup of coffee in front of me, and I'm so excited to have my first sip. But I did my intro a little differently today, and I don't have my hot cup of coffee in front of me. See? It's empty. So let me rephrase it. With that in mind, I got a nice hot pot of coffee, and I'm gonna pour me a cup. My hope is that wherever you are and whatever you're doing, that you poured yourself a hot cup of coffee as well. Cheers to us. You know, hold on, I gotta drink a little water. I rushed that. Oh, hold on. I had to get some water. Cheers to us. Oh. There was a lot going on in that intro for me. A lot of movement. It's dangerous. Hold on, let me have another first sip of my coffee. Cheers to us. Ah. There you go. A little startled by it at first. I had that first sip, my top lip went, ow. Kind of burned. I like my coffee hot. I'm willing to burn myself for some hot coffee. Somebody said I'm Temu Bruce Willis. A lot of people are saying Bruce Willis. Look at that. Could that be? I mean, seriously. 3 people in a row made Bruce Willis comments in like succession. Something is weird. I mean, okay, there was a guy that called me Bruce in real life yesterday. But there's something so strange about YouTube with the incessant Bruce Willis comments. I've been doing the show a long time. Started out on Facebook going live about 4 years ago. I started doing it on TikTok. TikTok got banned here in the States in January. And so I went live on YouTube the end of January for the very first time. I mean, I'd done it before, but for the first time in this streak. And not immediately, but on like the 3rd or 4th day, suddenly my audience grew dramatically, and I was getting a lot of viewers and a lot of people commenting about my baldness. And so many people calling me Bruce Willis. And I'm wondering if it's possible, if YouTube has like this database of people that have some connection to Bruce Willis, have like searched up Bruce Willis movies, have watched Die Hard on YouTube, have some bald fetish. And they feed, I think they must. I don't think it can be a coincidence. They feed my show to that audience. Because there's no way that 3 people in a row in rapid fire could make different Bruce Willis comments. I think that it's not a coincidence. I think they're feeding me to the Bruce Willis database. Yeah. It's the baldness plus my nose. Yeah, but I go through life. I get it. And he's white and we're older. I get the somewhat similarities. But I just can't, it can't be a coincidence that Bruce Willis, I think Bruce is great. Take it as a big compliment. You know? He's kind of a cool guy. He's flawed. I'm flawed. He's in a lot of good movies. Kind of a man's man. Yeah. But it just can't be a coincidence. Good morning, Shirley Flanagan. Oh. Let's see. Both of us look like this person's middle school principal. Hold on, I gotta check. I'm spreading my legs a little bit. And I think these PJs have the potential to let it all hang out, if you know what I mean. These pair of PJs, my daughters brought me up on Father's Day. They came up on Father's Day and bought me a new pair of PJs, and it was just in time. They bought me some for Christmas a few years prior, and I wear them every day, and my knee was coming through right there. And but the ones I had before, which were a plaid red and black, that anyone that's been watching for a while must remember. Oh yeah, they were good for me. But anyway, their fly, is it called a fly? Is it called a fly if it doesn't have a zipper? Why is it called a fly? Your fly is down. Does anyone know? I don't know. Your fly is down. Why is it called a fly? But either way, it had a sealed fly. Like it was sewn up. So it was safer when I would do my show like this, because it would stay sealed. Oh yeah, this one is not sealed. And in some PJs I've worn, having an unsealed fly in your PJs would meant there is a larger than I would like to risk of chance of exposure. But I think the design of these PJs keeps the risk of exposure to a relative minimum. Oh, Jackie said a zipper is not called a fly. The word fly refers to the flap of fabric that covers the zipper or button opening on men's trousers, not the zipper itself. Oh, well, thank you. Jackie went to Google AI for that question. Okay, but why is it called a fly? Maybe because it could fly open? How horrible it would be for my fly to fly open, unleashing my private parts onto my viewing audience. Oh, blessings from New Zealand. Well, thank you. Thank you from your blessings from New Zealand. Somebody that wants some advice. You're talking advice, helpmate. Can you please help me? Well, because you called me mate, I certainly can. I mean, I might not have any good advice for you, but do what I can. But I'll tell you if I have no clue. If you want advice this morning, I am here for you. I have a guy named on Kenny TV watching me. I wonder if Ken from Kenny's TV was born in the 60s or 70s. I'll bet he was. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. What a glorious audience today. I feel like I'm just doing my intro. I feel like I am just doing my intro. I haven't really thought that much about the coffee. I've been a little frightened by the risk of my fly. Let's see. What is my name? Come on, come on. It might be backwards for you. But certainly, you can read backwards. Hey, Julie, if you're still watching, can you paint me a self-portrait? Not a self-portrait. You cannot paint me a self-portrait, but maybe you can paint me a portrait. Here. Be a huge seller. A huge seller. Everyone would line up. Pay millions of dollars for that portrait. Let's see. I don't know. There's a whole lot of conversation being had. Should I turn it to subscriber only? Maybe I will. Let's turn it to subscriber only. If any of you people that are watching, I'd love you to stay in the conversation. But I'm having a hard time keeping up. I'm just waking up. I worked over 10 hours yesterday. I know, you're all gonna go, oh, woe is me, get a real job, work a little harder. Nobody works harder than me. I'm telling you. I am telling you. Got home at like 1 o'clock. Fell asleep at 1:30, at 6:50. The sun's rising out east as it does. I'm thinking I'm working today at 11. And I'm supposed to work at that job from like 11 to 9, which is 10 hours. However, my second job wants me working at 3. You know what's my advantage here? You know, I feel a risk of both jobs firing me because I gotta blow one off. But I also feel they both pretty desperately need me because they're both understaffed. And I try hard, and I'm really good at the first job. And I try hard at my second. And I bring a certain something to my second place of work that they must value. Yes, I do have 2 jobs. And there's goodness to it. I was skeptical about it. I was needing jobs so bad. I used to be a realtor. I used to be a stockbroker. I used to have a lot of money. But then I got married. I mean, almost you could time it to that. But it wasn't truly the marriage's fault. It was just me. It was me. I don't truly blame it on the marriage. But it's funny to say, and then I got married. Which is true. But it wasn't the marriage's fault. Maybe marriage to me was a bit of a distraction. I couldn't focus on making lots of money because I was trying to give love to my spouse. Trying to mow lawns, keep the house clean, tend to the children. I'm very good when I can focus in. My house is very clean. And my job I work endlessly at. But when I have my kids here, I don't work at all. I take the whole weekend off. And I mean, obviously I need to do that. And I love on them, and I go to playgrounds, and I play with them, and I tickle them, and I change diapers. But then they go away, and I'm back in work mode. And suddenly I work every minute outside of the moments I'm sharing with you and the moments I'm pumping iron and getting massively huge. I've actually only lifted 3 times in the last 2 weeks, but it feels really good when I do. I'm probably going to get super huge on you guys. Let's see. Have I tried Buddhism? I mean, do you try Buddhism like you try, I don't know, Coca-Cola? I'm aware of Buddhism. There was a period I would listen to a monk and he helped me sleep. He'd talk about weird stuff, and I'd drift off to sleep. But I haven't really tried Buddhism. I've not dove into anything. But I'm somewhat cognizant. I've taken many yoga classes, which is kind of in touch with your inner self. Oh, I know what I was thinking about today. Yoga is relaxing, says Nate. I don't know. Could I work in a fully commission-based job? I did for most of my life. And I don't really now, but I kind of do really now. I like what I do. I'm pretty good at what I do. Feels nice. I make pretty good money. And honestly, since I'm working 2 jobs and they're both understaffed, the opportunities for me to work a huge amount of time are available to me and to make a fairly large amount of money. But it's tiring. And I could lose 1 or 2 jobs today. Again, I feel like I'm dating 2 women. I'm not fully committed to either. And I've got dates with both women today. In me, I don't just tell them I'm sick. I tell them the real reason. I tell them I got a date with another woman. Do you mind if I don't go on the date with you? And again, I'm being metaphoric, I think. I tell both jobs, hey, I got 2 jobs. You both scheduled me. What am I gonna do? And they both naturally go, well, I think you should tell the other job that you can't make it today. Well, of course you do. Of course you both do. So I'm looking at it, what's best for me, and I'm not totally sure. I mean, I know which one makes more money and which has ridiculous earnings potential. But I know I'm better at the other one. But I'm newer at the other one. So anyway, I go back and forth. I've been whining about this it's been weighing heavily on me for a couple weeks. I saw the schedule. Nobody would work for me. Bastards. So here's what I thought this morning. This is why I wonder why I would ever want to be in a relationship. I'm twice divorced. Both were extremely painful. Because there's times in life where it's nice to have somebody to talk through things with. And go, hey, honey, here's my situation. What do you think I should do? Somebody you trust, that you can go to for advice. somebody whose well-being kind of ties into yours and cares about you. But no, I wake up by myself. 6:50, only 5 hours of sleep. Over 10 hours of work yesterday and over 10 staring at me in the face today. My 6th day in a row at work. Feeling like I should leave one job or the other. Longing for a spouse who happens to be gorgeous, most likely blonde hair. And soft and caring. That I can talk to about my predicament. Somebody says, get a dog. I don't know. Well, first of all, my building that I live in, this lovely one-bedroom apartment where you see me in, does not allow dogs. Oh. Yeah. And secondly, I don't know that a dog, I could talk to a dog like I'm talking to you now and say, hey, Spot, what do you think I should do? And it would just sit there and go, thinking, saying either play with me, take me for a walk. I mean, I love dogs. I'd like to get a dog. I had a beautiful dog named Holly. For anyone that's watching my show for a while, I'm not ready to get another dog. That we had to put up for adoption. I'm gonna get teary-eyed if I bring this up. During my second divorce, I couldn't take care of her. I was either living in my car, driving a scooter, trying to survive, and my second wife didn't want her. So we put her up for adoption, and she was my dog, so I feel horrible about that. I mean, she was our dog, but I'm the one that loved her. It was really hard that last day, and she got adopted, and I'm sure she's in a better place. Somebody that loves her and can take care of her. But she was a good girl. And I mean, she was a little crazy. We're all a little crazy. I think she had, I don't want to say abandonment issues, but she sure liked it when I got home. When she started freaking out when she heard me pull up and barking and jumping and breaking my blinds. So excited. We used to have a great time together. Somebody said I've been through some wars. You're right, I have been. And I am stronger now because of it, I'll tell you that. I kind of laugh at it now. I mean, I don't laugh at it. I bitch to you guys about it a little bit. But I do have faith that things will just work out magically. The seas will part. One of my jobs will say, oh no, Ken, we're going to give you a raise and tell you to go to the other job. It's their turn for your hard work and good attitude today. Somebody said, food morning. Food morning. That was probably a typo. Saying food morning would be a strange thing to say. Unless it was Thanksgiving. Oh, by the way, I'm gonna show you some. My hibiscus, which we named Morgie over there. You see it? I bought that on Father's Day, I think. I had my 2 daughters up, and that's a hibiscus, which flowers beautifully, and had a ton of beautiful, beautiful flowers popping out of it. And then, I don't know, about 6 weeks ago, they all stopped. It stopped blooming for a while, and I thought maybe it was just out of season or what have you. But there's some big flower buds coming through, and it's going to start blooming again, probably in the next week or a few days. I don't know why it went dormant for flowers for a while, but it did. And I'm excited to have my pretty flowers back. Oh, somebody says it's Father's Day here in Australia. Is that true? You have different Father's Days than we do? Could that be? Do I remember you? No, we were not at the club together. And no, you didn't come to my place. That's just not true. Nice to meet you with my eye color. Yes, and New Zealand. So it's Father's Day in Australia and New Zealand. But the problem is, it's like 13 hours ahead. Father's Day is almost past in New Zealand and Australia. So even if I got on a jet in the next few minutes, Father's Day would be over in Australia and New Zealand by the time I got there. Plus, that'd be a long way to go. And I wouldn't have my kids with me. So, I mean, I could chill out. But I mean, again, I'd miss it. Where am I from? I am from, I'm from Wisconsin. I'm coming at you from Appleton, Wisconsin. I grew up in the suburbs of Chicago, and I moved up here to Wisconsin in February. And now I drink coffee, I rest, I work. I drink coffee, I rest, I work. Such is the cycle of life. We got a glorious audience this morning. We got 52 people watching. We've got 32 thumbs up, and we got $1.99 in the kitty. Some new person has been watching that came out and said they were gay the other day. I don't care who they're sleeping with, but I really like their generosity, and they've been throwing money at me every day. I hope they don't get bored with my show. I can't afford them to leave. One day I'm going to wake up and my apartment's going to be filled with cash. I'm going to be making so much money that it's going to be filled with cash. Don't ask me why it's not deposited in the bank. Yeah. There's some issues with that. I never really understood why mobsters keep tons of cash. Like, I don't know if you've seen Goodfellas, but there's a few scenes where he'll go into his closet, get out a shoebox, and give his wife like a stack of hundreds, and she'll go. Because she wants a bigger stack of hundreds because she's going shopping. I now understand. When you've been through the battles I've been through, you understand why mobsters keep piles of cash. Yeah, I'll just leave it at that. Nobody think that I really have huge piles of cash. I have small, really baby piles of cash. And usually it's gone every week or so. But I was thinking if that guy that was sending me the $1.99 earlier today keeps it up, and I keep working every minute of the day, like I basically am today and yesterday and every other day before it, that someday it will amass into some huge pile of wealth. But if it did, I'll tell you what I'd buy. And again, we're not talking saving. Don't tell me I should save it. I'm already doing that. But I'm spending it almost faster than I can save it. But if I did have to spend it on something right now, for me, don't tell me my kid's college fund or a retirement savings. I know there's better places to put it. But if I did, I was shopping for scooters again yesterday. And I'm enjoying shopping. I owned a Suzuki Bergman 400. I sold it on February 10th of this year to a gentleman for $1,700, which enabled me to cover some financial responsibilities and get my butt up to Wisconsin, which enabled me to move out, to get an apartment, to get 2 jobs, to get a hibiscus, several other plants, to have a beautiful apartment, create a new life for myself in the beautiful state of Wisconsin. So I do not regret the sale of the scooter. It was necessary. But as I work every day, and the thought of putting it towards college education or saving for retirement or even going to the dentist, all more important things, the one thing that really gets my heart pitter-pattering is buying a scooter, to be honest with you. Oh, I know. You guys are all too cool to ever have any self-serving financial dreams. You just don't have any. You are those type of people that don't even want for yourself at all. While I'm a self-centered jerk and do like fantasizing for myself a little bit, and my fantasies don't come in glorious packages. They come in either a Honda Silverwing 600cc or a Suzuki Bergman 650. Both are big scooters, highway capable, bigger bike than I've ever had, and would enable me to travel around Wisconsin and the Upper Peninsula in a really neat way. And stop at hotels or vacation spots or go fishing or sightseeing or, just cruise around Wisconsin and explore it in a way I haven't really yet. And I think it would be awesome. I live in Appleton, Wisconsin. It's a town of 75,000, basically surrounded by farmland and 2-lane roads and, towns every 10 or 15 or 20 miles. Where I grew up, it was one solid town from Chicago to Aurora, basically, and a population of, who knows, 5 to 10 million people, just constant suburbs. And here, it's small cities and towns every 10 or 15 miles. And I think it'd be so neat to take these 2-lane roads through the farmland and just kind of cruising and just cruising. Somebody said I can do that in my Kia. Well, yeah, I could do it by foot too. But there's something really cool about riding on 2 wheels. You experience the world in a totally different way than you do in your car. You feel the air, you smell the scents, you hear the cows mooing. I say that a little tongue-in-cheek, but it's such a different experience traveling on 2 wheels, and it's such a cool experience. And there's a million scooters I could buy, smaller ones where I could dart around town a little bit. And darting around town is fun, but I really think my journey to Yellowstone last year was kind of life-changing and soul-enriching and bucket list filling. And I just think it'd be neat. And I dream, I talk about maybe getting a spouse or a girlfriend one day, traveling around with a woman on the back and going, hey, let's go to Door County this weekend, or let's go up to the UP, Or I don't know, go watch a Milwaukee Bucks game and riding down to Milwaukee on the 2-lane roads. And I just think that would be awesome. Yeah. So that's what I do if I had a few grand aside. And either way, you can buy a 15 to 20-year-old Honda Silverwing or Suzuki Bergman 650 for roughly $3,000. And in that, there's a trunk where you can store stuff, and a lot of them have these top cases on back. And for anyone that followed my adventures last year, when I rode across the country and took everything I needed on my scooter. So you can pack for like long weekends. They'd be perfect for 2 people in a long weekend. But you know what's neat about that? I think the woman that would want to do that with me would be a cool woman. A really cool woman. It almost seems like it would separate the wheat from the chaff in my mind. Not that you gotta, I'm not even looking for a biker chick at all. But I'll tell you what, a woman that would want to, I mean, I think that'd be cool. And a girl that thought that would be cool would probably be pretty cool too. That's what I think about that. We talked for 47 minutes. It's 8 o'clock in the morning. I get to work. And, oh my gosh. Nate's True Life wants to find me a woman. No, you don't need to find me a woman. A woman's gonna find me. Oh yeah. I apologize to anybody whose comments I missed. For some reason it wasn't scrolling. I was thinking it had gotten a little quiet. You guys were bored of my Suzuki. Anyone have any scooter experience? Do I wish I did something different? In the big sense. I don't know what you mean. Did something different? Like, was a lawyer or a doctor? Or in sales? No, I don't want to be a lawyer. I don't want to be a doctor. And I don't want to be in sales anymore. Yeah. I don't want to be a police officer. I love what I do. I'm really good at what I do. Oh, Richard Sternicle said yes, he has some experience in scooters. Well, Richard, I looked at 2. I sent them to Rich Bianco, and he commented, but he didn't tell me which one he'd buy. Maybe I'm going to send them to you today, Rich. There's a 2005 Silverwing, and there's like a 2008 Suzuki Bergman 650. And Rich, I know it's kind of a personal choice, and I'd probably be pleased as heck with both of them. But since I've already had the Bergman, I'm kind of curious what a Honda scooter feels like, how different it feels, and what a Silverwing would be like. So it's weird because I love my Suzuki, so I know there's safety in going that route. But I'd also like to try something different just for fun. Do I have the day off today? Oh, no, I don't. I could also reach out to Rich for this. Rich Sternicle, could you be the wife I don't have, and I can run these predicaments by you? It comes down to what service is around you. That's very true, and I thought about that, Rich, because they're both older bikes, and I wouldn't want to even change the oil on them. Would there be a Suzuki dealer or a Honda dealer near me? And I don't think there's either that close to me. But I bet you could get them both serviced. I mean, they're both very mainstream brands. But you're right. But Rich, you are a manager at a toy store, so you have some sort of experience dealing with problem employees like me that might work 2 jobs and might have them both scheduled on the same day. But I mean, I do too. I do too. I know what I should do. I mean, I don't totally know what I should do. I make more money at the second job. I feel closer with the people at the first job, though. Somebody said, I look like I would ride on the back of my girlfriend's scooter. I don't know. I never have. I've ridden on the back of guys' motorcycles before. I got a long story about that. I've told that story before. Let's see. Do the biker babes demand a high earner? I think somebody's missing my point. And I think the world tends to come from a position of lack or neediness. And somebody said, do biker babes demand a high earner? I mean, they'd be lucky as hell to have me. And I feel fairly comfortable in my skin and who I am and what I'm doing, and don't feel a desperate need to fill an emotional void at all. I just want a girl to go riding with and to be able to talk to about my jobs. I just don't have one right now. If you were in a situation where at 40 you had no job, kids, or someone relying on you, and you had the chance to go back, would I take it? No, I don't have any desire to go back. You mean go back, have no children? I love my kids. I love my life. I love my apartment. I don't want to go back to 40. I'm kicking ass at 57. Well, thank you, Nate. I think your name is Nate. Yeah. Oh, somebody's saying cheers. Yeah, I just poured myself some coffee. Cheers. Oh. Yeah. My gimbal's telling me its charge is running a little low. So I might keep the show a little short today. Sometimes I'll talk for 2 hours. I tell you what, I edit all these videos into shorts and reels and TikToks, and it takes a long time to edit a 2-hour video. So as much as I enjoy going live and talking while I'm drinking coffee about whatever the heck I want, I don't want to get too far behind. Plus, I get to go to work in 2 hours and 50 minutes. Still not sure what I'm going to do. I might be down to 1 job by tomorrow when you tune back. Because one of my jobs could let me go, because I'm going to have to blow off one of them. And by trying to please both, what if you lose both? I guess I'd get another job. And that'd be okay. Somebody says, quit my jobs and do content creation. Oh, go back to college at 40? No, I don't want to go back to college at 40. I don't even want to go back to college. I enjoyed college, but the only thing, and I don't even need to go to school for this. I've said it before, I think the only thing in education that I kind of wish I had a little more of would be knowing more languages. I know English and I speak Spanish a little bit. And if I was fluent in Spanish and Russian and, I don't know, Chinese or Japanese or something like that, with some business savvy and some interpersonal skills savvy like I have, I think I would be extremely valuable in a lot of businesses. But honestly, I don't really want to work for another business and have a job and have bosses. And no matter how much money I make, that's not what I want to do. I want to be my own boss, and I kind of feel like I am right now. Despite having 2 jobs that need me today. But because I have 2, I can tell one of them to take this job and shove it. I ain't working here no more. And the only reason I don't is I feel loyalty to them, and kind of like what I do in both of them. But seriously, I do look like Bruce Willis. Well, I know, everyone says it. I mean, I don't personally think so, but somebody asked me if I believe in Christ Jesus. When you phrase it Christ Jesus, what does that mean? What's the difference between, and I don't know, between Christ Jesus and Jesus Christ? And when Peter, also known as Simon, told Jesus that you are the Christ, what does that mean, the Christ? Does the Christ by definition mean like Son of God? You know, I don't even know what that means. Huh. Somebody said you might be loyal to your company, lad, but we're only a number and replaceable. That is true. But I'll tell you what, they are replaceable too. Our employers are replaceable as well. If you know you're hardworking, positive, do your best, and are loyal, you also realize that any company would be lucky to have you. And I think any company would be lucky to have me. And when you go into an office or for an interview feeling like they'd be lucky to have you, it's easy to get jobs if you want them and if it's the right job. I'm not saying I could get any job I applied for, because not every job I apply for might be right. But if it is right and I should be working there and I would do a good job, I would get hired. I'm not worried about that. Somebody said it looks too sunny to be wearing pajamas. Oh, I don't know, it's 8:15 in the morning. I've been talking to you fine folk for about an hour. I worked till like 1 o'clock last night, or till 12:30, but I didn't get to sleep till 1:30. I'll be working again in a couple hours. Boy, am I lucky. I am actually lucky. I am blessed. Do you guys feel blessed? I'll tell you what, if you walk around feeling blessed in life, it's a good feeling. It's a real good feeling. Let's see. I'm 50 now, and I notice that younger managers are ruthless and prefer senior staff to adapt to them rather than meeting halfway. Well, I mean, a manager, I don't know if that makes them ruthless, but they want things done their way. And I don't, again, I worked at Target, and I don't think the Target way is the best way necessarily, but I can't blame Target for wanting to do me to, as an employee, to do things the Target way. Honestly, I wanted them doing it my way. I wanted the CEO of Target to come and look at my store and take the tour of the store with me so I could go, hey, CEO, look at this place. It's a mess. Look at the managers you hire. How did you pick them? and have a conversation about that. They didn't come, and I don't work there anymore. They probably don't miss me a lot because I was just a number, and I was replaceable to them, and they were replaceable to me. Yeah. Is living in America a scam right now in this generation? I don't know what you mean, is living in America a scam? I live in America. I wouldn't want to live anywhere else. I don't really know anybody that would want to live anywhere else. It seems like even people from all around the world kind of want to come here and live here. Would you be able to be a consultant? I mean, if somebody wanted me to be a consultant, I think I'd be a good one. I kind of do that on the show. People come in and go, hey, what do I do? I drink every night. I don't want to drink anymore. How do I stop? I talk them through it. People talk about relationship issues or dealing with loss. Yeah. Let's see. Somebody said they left America 10 years ago and they don't miss it. Somebody's sober 22 years. Way to go. Christy Klim said, I would not want to live in the U.S. I've heard too much about mass shootings. I did a video where I said something about crime being overplayed or in the U.S. I've lived 57 years in the United States, and I've never heard the sound of a gunshot being aimed at somebody else. So for all the people that talk about these mass shootings and stuff like that, or school shootings, and as tragic as they are for those that are experiencing them, we live in an amazingly diverse country of 300 plus million people with freedoms that most of you don't have. And although with those freedoms come responsibilities, and some people aren't maybe mature enough to live up to those responsibilities, I wouldn't want to live in a country where I didn't have the freedom to do what I want to do. Yeah. So if you've heard too much about mass shootings, I'm just telling you, tragic for those that are involved. I've lived here 57 years. I've lived in the city of Chicago, and I've never heard the sound of a gun being fired at another human being. And so I'm going to say again that all this talk about like crime and how dangerous it is, crime is not a part of my everyday life in any way. And I'm sure Rich Sternicle would say that, and I'm sure Julie Flanagan would say that, and anybody else that lives in America. Yeah, if you're watching the news and you're seeing about all this bad stuff that's happening, crime becomes part of your life. But if you're going through your day, yeah. Did I look at the Royal Enfield? Yeah, but the Royal Enfield is a motorcycle. It's a 350cc motorcycle. So I don't want a motorcycle. I want a scooter. But I did look. Well, we got a great audience today, and I want to thank you for joining me on this Sunday morning. I don't know, I'm excited about my day, as chaotic as I feel it's going to be. And long. I mean, hell, I'm tired. My job's tiring. Both of them. Maybe I'll just call in sick to both of them. Neither of you deserve me. I've got a bad case of the sniffles. I mean, that would be fair. Neither of you get me. To hell with both of you. See how that works out. The one that loves me the most would keep me. But anyway, again, it's Sunday morning. I want to thank you so much for joining. Hope you're having a great weekend. Hope you had a great night's sleep. Hope you're excited about your day, that you are feeling good, that you are loving yourself, that you are forgiving yourself. And as always, I hope to talk to you soon. Bye-bye.